Good morning.
You have not yet subscribed.
You have paid the price for your lack of vision.
Well, let's see if Luke Skywalker gets turned to the dark side. Here's Episode 6, Return of the Jedi.
I have a really bad feeling about this.
So Darth Vader and the Emperor are almost finished building a new Death Star. When Vader arrives on it, he tells the commander to stop kissing his butt because they're not happy it's taking so long to build, even though this one's only taken 4 years to build and the other one took around 20.
I say patience.
He then tells them that the Emperor is coming to light a fire under their butts, and the commander's like, I lead soldiers, I'm not a damn foreman. These stormtroopers are supposed to be out killing people, not installing toilets.
Sometimes we must let go of our pride and do what is requested of us.
C-3PO and R2 are heading to Jabba's palace, and they have a message for him. So they go to what appears to be a loading dock, where 3PO gets scared. And that's before he sees the axe-wielding pigs and the dude with a snake for a ponytail.
And you said it was pretty here.
R2 plays the message, where Luke speaks like an actor in a low-budget corporate video about paper clips.
I'm sure that we can work out an arrangement which will be mutually beneficial and enable us to avoid any unpleasant confrontation.
And kisses Jabba's metaphorical butt.
I know that you are powerful, mighty Jabba.
Will this never end?
He also gives the droids to Jabba, and he immediately sends them to the torture chamber. That night, Jabba throws a party where the band is so bad that Boba Fett thinks about killing them.
Your friends, pitiful little band.
But Jabba has one of his dancers not appreciate his charm and good looks, and drops her down a trap door.
It's a trap!
A bounty hunter brings Chewbacca in on a leash to collect, but now I'm wondering why Boba Fett didn't want to take him too at the end of Empire. These two are always together, so you'd think they have the same bounty on them.
Chewbacca, still hanging around with this loser?
We then see that Lando is mixed in with the people at the party.
You want to know why you should keep plenty of Colt 45 on hand? You never know when friends might show up.
That turns into a sleepover, and now the bounty hunter sneaks around and thaws Han. And this is not a quiet process, but there's very little caution used to keep everybody from waking up, like catching him when he falls down.
Oh no.
Hey, what's going on?
The bounty hunter reveals herself to be Leia, and after a loud conversation about him being blind and how he needs to keep his voice down,
Then we'll do it real quiet-like.
Put that thing away, you're gonna get us all killed!
we see that everyone is awake and captures them.
Somehow I got the feeling that didn't help us very much.
They throw Han in a cell with Chewie, who tells him not to worry because Luke has a plan. And Han's like, the last time I saw that kid, I had to stuff him into a two-legged snow camel. But he doesn't know he's been training with Yoda.
Well, short help's better than no help at all, Chewie.
But speaking of Luke, he shows up and force strangles the axe pigs.
Like my father before me.
He walks in to wake everybody back up and finds his sister tied up in a bikini.
Master has presented Dobby with clothes.
But he doesn't even notice, so you know he's all business right now.
The Force is strong in my family.
He tries to use the Jedi mind trick on Jabba to free his friends, but it doesn't work on him.
Mind trick's gonna work on me. Only money.
He then threatens to kill them all, and Jabba drops him in the trapdoor.
It's a trap!
In this pit, he and one of the murder pigs are confronted with a Rancor, a big old monster that eats everything.
I've delivered to you before. You always order 3 pieces of cheesecake.
He bravely hides under a rock and then runs between its legs to a door. When he finds it to be locked, he sees a button to the garage door and throws a skull at it. It crushes the Rancor, and Luke is able to get out when this fat naked guy comes out to cry that his pet died. They decide that Han, Chewie, and Luke are going to be thrown into the Sarlacc pit, a giant mouth in the middle of the desert. They head out to it on some sand boats, and we see that R2 is being used as a cocktail waitress.
You can have any brew you want, as long as it's a Corona.
They make it to the pit, where they're making them walk the plank. Luke starts talking crap, and then signals to his buddies to start the backup plan. Luke jumps off the diving board and backflips onto a boat while R2 throws his lightsaber.
You can't do that! Shoot or something!
And these bad guys are so nice not to shoot at him while he waits for it, but he eventually gets it and starts killing a bunch of people.
Like my father before me.
Boba Fett keeps trying to kill Luke, but Han accidentally bumps him in the jetpack and he flies into the pit.
Well, we won't be seeing him again.
So we meet him as a kid, saw his childhood trauma, only to see him as an adult who could only catch someone because Obi-Wan showed him how to escape with garbage. And then he dies by accident?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, great.
Jabba doesn't like this either, so Leia breaks his DJ equipment and strangles him with her slave chain.
Dobby is
but Lando is in trouble of falling in too. So Chewie tries to save him by lowering the blind guy down to grab him. He also hands him a gun and lets him shoot at the Sarlacc tongue that has Lando. They pull him up, and Luke grabs his bikini-clad sister and swings onto their boat.
Let's go, and don't forget the droids.
Oh yeah, and after R2 broke Leia out of her chains, he saved C-3PO from the rat monkey and threw his ass overboard because he knew some stuff was about to go down. They shot the deck before they jumped, so the whole thing blows up, ensuring that if they forgot to murder a few of them, they did now.
Like my father before me.
I killed them all.
They split up, and Luke and R2 are heading back to see Yoda because he promised to finish his training.
When someone makes a promise, they definitely should keep it.
And Luke actually lands on the ground this time, and Yoda goes, "Hey, thanks for coming back. I'm gonna die now."
Master Yoda, you can't die.
But Luke wants to finish his training, and Yoda's like, if you kill Vader, you can say you're a Jedi. I don't give a crap, just let me die.
So he doesn't need to go through the trials or anything?
Shut up. Why would you take the test when there's no teacher to grade the paper? But he does tell him to pass on what he learned to others. And I can't help picturing children giving him a piggyback ride. Because he honestly hasn't learned that much.
But I've learned so much.
So I guess the Jedi Padawan program was a bunch of crap. He also tells him that there's another Skywalker. And then he dies. He's bummed that Yoda died, so Obi-Wan shows up to comfort him.
Hello there.
But Luke wants to know why he lied about Vader killing his dad. He explains, and then tells Luke, "Hey, I couldn't kill your dad, so you need to."
I will not kill Anakin. He is like my brother.
Luke says that he can't do it, and Obi-Wan's like, "It's not like he was there for all your birthdays or anything."
Happy birthday.
He's just a robot. Kill him. He asks him about the other Skywalker.
The other he spoke of is your twin sister,
who he guesses is Leia. And then Obi-Wan tells him to hide all of his emotions and go kill his dad. So he goes back to the base, just in time to join Han, Chewie, and Leia on their next mission.
Convenient.
The rebels know where Death Star 2.0 is, and that the Emperor is on board. So they need to attack while it's not operational, and Palpatine is there. There's a shield on the forest moon of Endor, and they need to go there and turn it off so they can launch an attack in space. Han tells Lando, who's leading the assault on the Death Star, to take the Falcon for luck.
You know that ship saved my life quite a few times. She's the fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy.
The ground team has an Imperial ship and some stolen clearance codes, but Palpatine already got to the Death Star and asked Vader if he still wants to find Luke.
Believe me, I wish that I could just wish away my feeling, but I can't.
And then he's like, "Well, you don't have to worry about looking for him, because he's totally coming here looking for you. So bring him to me, and I'll make him all evil and stuff."
I was thinking that if we do this together...
Only together can we turn him to the dark side.
And then he gives him a bunch of side work and sends him off to his command ship.
For what? I don't understand.
Which is actually a huge mistake, considering the main reason he was able to turn him was because he made him feel unappreciated and was being excluded.
He gave me strict orders to stay here.
As you wish, my lord. I don't like just waiting here for something to happen.
But Vader senses Luke.
You are in my very soul, tormenting me.
And wants to set a trap. On Endor, Han tries to sneak on some guards, but steps on a stick.
Goddamn stick!
And they take off to alert everybody else. I guess they don't have radios there.
Jam their comm like center switch!
Chewie gets one.
Great shot, kid!
And Han dances with the other, but there are two more, and Luke and Leia go after them. And considering that these four are in charge of the mission, them taking off like this is why they shouldn't be.
I didn't know they were looking for somebody to lead this crazy attack.
Luke jumps on one of the hover snowmobiles and throws the stormtrooper into a tree. But there are two more that set up a speed trap, and they go after him.
Oh shit, we got cops!
And Luke wants to take them, while she stays with this one. The stormtrooper ends up shooting her though, and watches her fall off, so he hits a tree. Luke has similar luck, and the rest of the chase is just people crashing into trees too. Luke gets back to Han and Chewie, and the small army they forgot they had.
The army?
And wonders where Leia is. These so-called leaders decide to ditch their team again and go look for her.
We have a job to do! I can't leave her!
A teddy bear finds her and wakes her up.
Will somebody get this big walking carpet out of my way?
He wants to kill her with a spear, but she has cookies, so they're cool.
Oh, these cookies! Put that cookie down! Now!
But then they get shot at, and she stupidly keeps putting her head back up. The stormtrooper catches her, but the Ewok smashes his shin pad, and Leia is able to get the train killer's gun away from him and then kill them both.
Somebody has to save our skins!
The guys show up to find where she was attacked, but all they find are wrecked speeders, so they think she's dead.
Couldn't they tell she wasn't dead by the bodies?
They're on a secret mission, so they don't have time to look at the bodies because they found her hat, which is perfectly intact, and just assume that she's super dead. Well, Chewie's an emotional eater, so he's so upset that he immediately goes looking for something to eat and triggers a booby trap.
It's a trap!
The powerful Jedi realizes what's about to happen, so instead of using his instincts to pull them away from danger, he steps forward, ensuring that they all get caught in the trap.
Luke's crazy. He can't even take care of himself, much less rescue anybody.
And also, Wookiees aren't that primitive of a species. He really wouldn't fall for an obvious trap like this. He didn't think that dead animal got up there by himself. But they're only trapped for a few seconds, because R2 has a circular saw, but it's enough time for the Ewoks to show up. They think 3PO is a god.
I'm out of it for a little while. Everybody gets delusions of grandeur.
But he won't help the humans, who they want to eat.
Yes, they do look rather juicy.
Save some for me.
Leia comes out, and we see that they don't want to eat her. In fact, they made her clothes to change into.
Master has presented Dobby with clothes. Dobby is free.
Luke makes 3PO tell the Ewoks that he will kill the teddy bears if they don't release his friends.
Like my father before me.
They're like animals, and I slaughtered them like animals.
They get free, and then 3PO tells them the story that led to the mission that they're on.
I'm not much more than an interpreter, and not very good at telling stories. Well, not at making them interesting, anyway.
The Ewoks like it so well that they want to help. So now they have all the Ewoks and the other team that's been waiting all day for them to come back. And Lando's team is probably wondering what's taking them so long, but I think they're finally ready.
This is it, alright?
The Ewoks want to make him part of their tribe, and I guess Luke doesn't want to be a Care Bear because he runs out during the celebration. Leia follows him out.
But these are my friends.
Where he tells her that he has to leave because Vader can sense him, and they'll get caught. He also tells her that she has the Force too, and that he's her brother. And she's like, I've kissed you on multiple occasions. Ugh, gross.
Okay, I think I'm gonna stop.
She tells him to just go somewhere else, but he wants to convert Vader back. So Luke goes to turn himself in.
You're exactly the way I remember you in my dreams.
He tells them that he's alone, and when Vader says search for the rest, Luke's like, you don't believe me?
I don't know what to say.
Luke confronts his daddy issues by telling Vader that he's not evil, and that he wouldn't kill him before because he's still good.
You love me?
I'm gonna explain this, alright? I'm gonna explain everything.
But we know that he was supposed to bring him alive to the Emperor.
From the moment I met you, all those years ago, not a day has gone by when I haven't thought of you. And now that I'm with you again, I'm in agony. The closer I get to you, the worse it gets.
And Vader deflects by talking about his new lightsaber.
I had a million questions. Like, how does this thing work? How do I control it?
Apparently, making your own lightsaber is one of the final steps of becoming a Jedi, even though we saw these little turds with him when they were 6. It must have been Reynolds. Luke tries to turn him.
That's treason.
But he likes the dark side too much.
It's time to go.
I'm sorry. I won't be long.
But when Luke is taken away, he needs a second to think.
I feel lost. I want more. And I know I shouldn't. What can I do?
Han, Leia, and Chewie make their plans with the Ewoks instead of their own men, but discover a hidden entrance. An Ewok decides to steal a speeder to distract some stormtroopers, and they stupidly follow him, leaving only one guard. Han just taps him on the shoulder, and they're in.
Okay, I told you it was gonna work.
Vader brings Luke to the Emperor, who uncuffs Luke and sends the guards away. Luke is like, well, you can't turn me, so I guess we're both gonna die. But Palps is like, psych, I know about the rebel attack because I'm the one who leaked the information.
It's a trap!
Don't you know I'm always playing both sides? But if Palpatine didn't know, wouldn't Luke just be giving them time to call reinforcements?
Your friends up there on the sanctuary moon are walking into a trap.
So they all get caught on Endor and can't turn the shields off for Lando and the squid people to attack the Death Star. And they turn around to see an armada waiting for them.
How they doing?
Same as always. That bad, huh?
This pisses Luke off, and the Emperor urges him to kill him. He says, it's either me or all your friends.
You no longer need those.
3PO yells for one of the stormtroopers to come over so the Ewoks can attack the armored troops with stone arrows and rocks. Leia and Han try to get back into the bunker, but they need R2.
R2 will be along in a few moments.
The Ewoks are doing okay at beating up the stormtroopers, while Lando and the assault team try to stay alive. It seems that the Emperor has ordered the Star Destroyers to keep the fleet there so he can show Luke that the Death Star is working.
It's a trap!
R2 gets fried, so Han has to open the doors himself.
You have your moments. Not many of them, but you do have them.
Lando orders everyone to fly as close to the Star Destroyers as possible, so the Death Star might hit them instead. The Emperor is still egging Luke on to kill him, but when Luke gets his lightsaber, Vader stops him.
I'm sorry, I don't have a choice.
But he wants Luke to kill him so they can rule the galaxy together.
Yeah, but Luke got to him, and it was his good side that stopped him. But I'm not sure why Vader just doesn't kill him while he's monologuing to Luke.
That just wouldn't be proper.
Chewie and some Ewoks hijack a machine and go save Han and Leia, who have stopped opening the door because Leia got shot.
I don't think they're going to let us in, R2.
Luke and Vader are now fighting.
We went into aggressive negotiations.
I know I'm better than this.
And the Emperor's enjoying it, so Luke stops. Luke gets up on a platform because he doesn't want to fight him, so Vader just throws his lightsaber at him.
If you're not with me, then you're my enemy.
Han tricks the guards into opening the doors, and they go in and blow up the building. Vader toys with Luke by telling him he knows about Leia.
Alright, well, we gotta find her, you know? I gotta go get her. But it's my fault that she's there, alright? You can't just... We gotta get her out of there.
Don't worry, no harm will come to her.
But she's been around him quite a bit, especially when she became a senator and was in meetings with the Emperor on a regular basis. Plus, it doesn't seem like she's all that afraid of him anyway.
I'm not gonna hurt you. You're a jittery little thing, aren't you? Alright, you want something to eat?
Yeah.
He also says that Obi-Wan failed at hiding her, but he kind of just changed her name. But Vader's like, hey, if you won't go to the dark side, maybe Leia will.
Apparently not.
But this is enough for Luke to start fighting again, and cuts Vader's hand off.
Not again.
I didn't do anything, okay? I don't know how many times you want me to tell you the same thing.
I remember when I gave this to you.
Palpatine tells him to kill Vader and take his place.
Why does he think Luke will do it?
Well, he's had everyone doing what he says for over 20 years now. After that long, you kind of just take it for granted. Plus, it worked last time.
But that's not fair. Anakin liked Palpatine and hated Dooku, so he wanted to kill him.
But unlike his dad,
I will do whatever you ask.
Luke stands up to the Emperor.
You failed, Your Highness. I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
You're a feisty little one, but you'll soon learn some respect.
So he looks at all the damage he caused with his lightsaber,
no loose wire jokes,
and decides it's too dangerous, and throws away his only way of protecting himself.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
So Han got the shields down so the remaining ships with the Falcon can attack the Death Star. The Emperor starts torturing Luke.
What's that? What are you doing?
At this point, he's got to be thinking his mentors suck at preparing him for things. Yoda could have told him that he shoots lightning and how to defend it.
Obi-Wan is a great mentor.
And Vader goes to the Emperor to watch and thinks, man, I just had a little shock, and that hurt like a biatch.
Are you alright?
He seems to be alright.
Luke starts begging.
Apparently not.
And now, Vader's super conflicted.
You're asking me to do something against a mentor and a friend. I've just learned a terrible truth. You're the Sith Lord. He befriended me. He's watched out for me ever since I arrived here. I'll be with the people that I love. You're the closest thing I have to a father. Our baby is a blessing. He's like my father.
What do you think Padme would do was she in your position? I can't let you do this.
Anakin, you're breaking my heart.
Sorry, milady.
But when he says it's time to die, Vader picks him up and chucks him off a ledge.
I'm deeply sorry, Master.
And blows up.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna come back anytime soon.
I feel the good in you.
Yeah, you were right.
If you're suffering as much as I am, please tell me.
Lando flies inside the Death Star, but they still need to take out the Star Destroyers outside of it. A couple people fire at a water tower, but then someone kamikazes the control deck and drives it into the Death Star. Everyone is evacuating, but ignore Luke pulling Vader to a ship.
Where do you want to go?
Let's just figure out a way to get out of this thing.
Well, there's more than one way out of here.
He wants Luke to see his face before he dies, so he takes his mask off and looks like Humpty Dumpty. He asks Luke to give Leia a message, but not, sorry I almost had you executed, or sorry I almost blew up the moon you were on, or sorry I blew up your home planet. Instead, he wants her to know that he wasn't really all that bad, because although he tried to kill his daughter on multiple occasions, he couldn't kill his son.
Well, that's not exactly what I meant.
And then he dies.
I can't breathe.
Luke takes off with his dad's dead body right as Lando gets the money shot on the Death Star. And since he has to fly away in an enemy ship, it's a good thing none of his friends shoot him down. They celebrate on Endor, but Han gets insecure about his relationship with Leia. And then she tells him that Luke's her brother. And Han's like, you two have kissed on multiple occasions. Gross.
Okay, I think I'm gonna stop.
Luke then gives Anakin a funeral.
Then my father is truly dead.
But still has to go to the party to make sure all the main characters know he's alive. But if you go to a party after a funeral, you're kind of a downer, so he just kind of stares off into nothing. Where Luke sees that the ghosts of Obi-Wan, Yoda, and Anakin have shown up to give him an attaboy.
Hello there. This is a happy moment. The happiest moment of my life.
But Leia comes to bring him back to the party.
Can she see him?
No, she hasn't practiced the Force enough to see him.
But does he try to get her to focus or anything so she can?
What would be the point? She's never met any of them. But we see other planets are celebrating too.
So the galaxy's gonna live in peace for a long, long time?
Sure.
Becoming a subscriber.
No. It is unavoidable. It is your destiny.
May the Force be with us.
Would you get going, you pirate?